What's good, YouTube? I thought that I was gonna make a channel message today, but I think I'm gonna take a little break. I mean, it won't be a break to you guys because, like, I'm just gonna take like a day break. But I uploaded today a pick a card, pick a pile, whatever you want to call it. And then I may upload this tomorrow, but I'll already have my next like either channel message or tarot reading ready. But I just wanted to sit and talk a little bit. I have 50 subscribers now, or I made it to 50 subscribers. I have 63 right now, but this is gonna be like my 50th subscriber or 50 subscribers video. Yay. Probably, you know, some people look at this and be like, oh, it's just 50, but for me that's great because I thought it was going to take forever, low-key, because I was just posting long form videos, and after a little bit I'm like, yeah, you know, let's post some shorts, because before I'm like, I'm not doing shorts, like, nah, I'll just, you know, I'll just tough it out, whatever. I think I used to kind of like hate on short form, but I see clearly that that's what got me to 50 subs. So if you're watching this as one of my subscribers and you came through shorts, thank you so kindly. I really appreciate your, you know, support, your attendance. Again, if you watch this, because I'm still pretty new. But yeah, I was gonna vlog, but it's so cold and I don't think it's gonna be like vlog weather for like another few days or maybe even a week. But I didn't want that to be the reason to stop me from filming. And even though I'm tempted to just like not force a message, but to just like sit down and like meditate, channel, whatever, I'm like, nah, let's just take a break. And you know, I go through things too. Like, just to open up a little bit, I personally feel like I'm going through an awakening right now. And I didn't really even think about it like that until I saw like another video talking about how Pluto is retrograding for 5 months. And, you know, I learned a little bit about that. And I'm like, wow. And there are just some things in that short that I watched and I'm like, And then another video popped up too and I'm like, maybe, yeah, I'm going through some changes. Especially in the last week. I've just been reflecting on things and I realized that I'm not even the same person that I was when I initially moved to this place. And it's only been a couple weeks, I think, at this point. I originally did vlog for, you know, this video, but it was so windy, it was so chaotic, like the whole thing was just chaotic and you could barely even hear me because of the wind. And I'm like, I was gonna put it out there, but I'm like, I'm not gonna put it out there just because, again, it was just like too chaotic and you couldn't really hear me. So yeah, I've been really stepping outside my comfort zone lately. I've been, you know, celebrating myself a little bit more just for how far I've come, the changes I made. Yes, for 50 subscribers, because I can finally go live once YouTube lets me go live, because I'm still waiting for that. And maybe I'm saving my brain power for that. Like, maybe that's what it is. Like, I like posting on YouTube, I like long form videos, I like making them, but I feel like, because I'll go live every day, I can do that. And I'm hoping it goes well. I really hope it does, because I really do plan on going live. Like, every day, at least for a couple hours. You know, do some readings or just even just like chatting or something like that, you know. I miss going live. I used to stream on Twitch. I guess I'll just talk a little bit about myself. I'll just make this like a short video. I'll talk a little bit more about me. Live streaming is something I love to do. Like I just said, I used to stream on Twitch a while back. It seems like a lifetime ago. And then I used to live stream on Instagram even longer ago, and both of those were really fun. I definitely had a lot of fun on Twitch. I had become an affiliate. I don't remember how many like followers or subs I had, but it was just a really cool thing for me because I don't know, like it just feels natural, you know what I mean? I was working at the time of streaming on Twitch, so I feel like a lot of my energy wasn't really being honestly put into it because I was living a fake life outside of streaming, and then that eventually trickled into my streaming life, and it was just like a hot mess. And life was just crazy back then, so I really was doing my passion, but I just wasn't in the right headspace. Now, the way that my life played out and everything, now I'm back here, I'm back in this place. I always come back to YouTube. It's the funniest thing. I always come back to YouTube. I always come back to like posting online, and live streaming is the thing that I just have the most fun doing. It just feels really natural for me, and it's just like proof to me what I feel like I need to be doing. And nothing even specific. Like I can go live and just like eat and like talk, you know. I think it'll be cool to do some tarot or some like channel messages, you know, like just like channeling for people, you know, that type of thing. Like intuitive readings. I like that word better. Intuitive readings. Yeah, to open up a little bit about that side of me, because I never really had the chance to talk about it, but I've always been a super intuitive person, even as a kid. Yeah, and it's great that I was, because I was able, because I spent a lot of time alone. So I've always been able to entertain myself through my own intuition, whether it be my intuition leading me to certain books, because I still love to read, but I really loved to read as a kid. I read so much and learned so much because of reading, even the dictionary. My intuition had guided me to game series that I really loved, like The Legend of Zelda. That had a big impact on my life. The Mario, like Super Mario Bros, like that series changed my life, and just Nintendo in general changed my life. And my intuition, it's just guided me through childhood. And then I found that when I was in friendships, especially in a certain like friend group that I had, my intuition was like bing 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 bing, like it didn't even make any sense, okay? Like the things that I knew, and even certain like predictions I had back then for my friend group, and even like people in my friend group. And I feel like it really made me a good friend because I was able to support them, you know? Maybe sometimes it made it a little bit overbearing, and maybe it was a little bit scary sometimes for them, maybe reflecting back on it, because I had no filter back then. But yeah, and then after, you know, because that friend group ended, I literally knew, I even talked to my friends about it because I really didn't want the friend group to end. But I was like, guys, there's about to be some, I literally had a conversation with my two closest friends at the time, and I was like, yeah, these things are gonna change. Like, next year, whatever year it was, this is like pretty much 10 years ago at this, whoa, yeah, like 9, this was literally a conversation I had like pretty much like 9 years ago. And I told them, I'm like, yeah, things are not going to be the same after this. Like, I just feel it. And I don't know why I feel it, but things are just not going to be the same for us. Don't know exactly what it means, but our dynamic is going to change. And then after that conversation, we went back to living our normal lives, you know, hanging out, whatever. But around that time period that I told them that things were going to change, guess what happened? Things changed. First, the dynamic, well, yeah, things changed dramatically. And then it was like we tried to hold on, but then the dynamic was just so different that time was up for us pretty much. So, and I got so depressed about that. I'm like, maybe it's my fault that things played out this way. And I had experiences with my own personal family members where that part of me was kind of like demonized. So it was just like a culmination of like that, and then my friend group falling apart and like the depression of everything. And I'm like, man, I hate this part of myself and I don't even want to look at it anymore. But it's such a natural, like innate part of myself that even when I was dating, that's how I navigate my dating life, through my intuition. And things went so wrong in those situations, and I'm like, bro, what is even the point of this if like I'm still fucking up, you know? So then I really put it on the back burner and developed some really unhealthy habits and unhealthy friendships and relationships around the time that I like just really tossed that part of me to the side. I fell into an even greater depression that was serious. When I said F my intuition, for real, it stopped like living through like my soul. Yeah, I got serious because I felt like I lost myself. I didn't even feel like I had a soul for a while, and things just got so dark that I'm like, what's even the point of living? When I was streaming on Twitch, like that was falling through, because again, like I just felt like I was a soulless person, to be honest. So I had absolutely no access to my essence to pour into the things that I loved. So Twitch fell apart, YouTube had fell apart because I was like streaming and doing like different content on YouTube. That fell apart. Friend groups fell apart. Relationships fell apart. I fell apart. And yeah, and then a couple of years ago, I tried, you know, being an Instagrammer. I wanted to be like a style Instagrammer, you know? And I was posting on Instagram, I was doing that. And then it just wasn't it. Like a lot of what I was interested in, well, like some of the things I was interested in, because I really was interested in Instagram, posting on Instagram, being like that type of like style influencer type vibe, right? I just didn't care. I really just didn't care. So yeah, and I remember this date. It was October. It was like October 3rd, I think, of 2023, where I made the conscious decision to go on a spiritual journey, rediscover myself, and just redevelop a relationship with the world around me, and see, and like just give myself like an honest go at life without caring about what society thinks, what other people think I should be doing, and even fighting through like trauma and just like the negative voices I had in my head that was like, you don't know what you're doing, like you shouldn't do this, like this is embarrassing, blah 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 blah. Just like ignoring all that. I took a trip to Arizona in 2024. That was a really spiritual experience. Arizona is wild. It's honestly wild. Just the spiritual energy in that state is potent, okay? And I made work. I was journaling every day. I was there for like 2 weeks, I think. I was journaling every day. I was sun gazing every day. I was just literally in the sun every day. Writing, learning, getting in touch with my intuition, like manifesting. I was just in it. And it's like I picked up everything that I put away as that I was like attached to as a kid, like my intuition and like all that stuff, right? I picked all that back up, and now it's like I had a kind of vernacular for it, because as a kid and even like as a teenager, like I was kind of just like doing, but I didn't really have I kind of like missed that a little bit, not gonna lie. I was just like doing it. I didn't really have like a verbiage for it. But that spiritual journey that I took back in October of 2023, and then like the trip, like that really opened up my mind to like refining those skills, like bringing them back. And then Arizona helped me kind of like refine those skills. And then I came back to my home state, and everything was just different. Like I genuinely shifted timelines, okay? And it was just a couple weeks that I was gone, but like just this, like my home state just felt different. It looked different to me. The people were kind of like just everything was just different. And it might sound dramatic, but it's one of those things where if you've experienced something like that for yourself, then you know what I'm talking about. If you never experienced anything like that, which with how the world is at this point, like if you're not going through any changes for real, I'm not going to judge you, because hey, like, you know, we all have our lives and our paths and stuff like that, but don't judge, or you can judge me, but it doesn't ruin the validity of my experience, you know? But things were just so different that I felt like I couldn't even let fear scare me back into how I used to be, because my old playing field was gone. There's a girl walking outside wearing a white and, you know, red outfit. Makes me think of the magician, which is the energy that I was in, okay? I was like, okay, the world is responding to the changes that like I make. It's like when I make significant changes within myself, the world around me changes. So I pretty much kept up with that. And things just kept falling apart, but like in a different way, in the way that it should have. Like I left my job, got another job, and then left that one because it was like what I was experiencing at my original job that I left, right? And this is last year at this point. So what I experienced at the job that I was at for like 5 years, I experienced at an accelerated pace at the other job that I got, because I'm like, oh, I don't have a job anymore, like I need to go get another one, don't want to be a bum. Went and got another one, literally just blew up in my face, and I'm like, okay, maybe this isn't for me. Started YouTube again. So you see, like I'm always finding my way back to YouTube. Started making YouTube videos. I was channeling some pretty interesting things back then, but I was in like a different headspace and had like different belief systems. So I don't want to say that the channeled messages I had were like scary, but they were scaring me at the time. And like, I'm just happy I stopped. And I was like, well, I don't have anything else to do. Like if it's not YouTube, then what am I gonna do? But I'm like, I just have to stop, because clearly this isn't working out for me. So like, we just gotta stop. And yeah, pretty much I went through some more experiences that really helped me refine the skills that I had. I've learned so much, I've read so much, and taken some time to even just like, again, like put my own skills to the test. And now we're here. Now we're here. And the way that my channel is going this time, I think it's beautiful. I'm really proud of it. And it doesn't even feel like, it just feels right. It's my baby now, and I don't wanna turn away from it this time. I understand that this is one of my passions, not necessarily obsessing over the platform or like anything like that, but I finally have a place where I can talk about the things that I know. I can share my skill set, and the avenue being YouTube, like it's very comfortable. It feels very much so at home. And yeah, I don't really know where I was like going with that, but you know, it just feels nice that I have that I'm in this place and in this position, and that I'm able to share. And you know, I have some comments on my videos, and I've been getting comments on my shorts, kind of like, you know, giving me the validation that like I'm helping, you know, what I'm doing is actually helping people. So like that's kind of cool because I grew up feeling crazy sometimes. Like, how do I know certain things? Like the way my mind works, it's like, if you know what claircognizance is, that's pretty much how I operate. It's like a mix of claircognizance, clairsentience, and a little bit of clairaudience. That's been getting a lot stronger for me. And tarot is something I practiced for like a long time. Okay, like I really was not that good at first, but I took a lot of time practicing, just doing my own readings and collective readings too that I wouldn't put out there, but I was just practicing, you know. And just after all the experiences I've had, it's just like it started clicking. It's more intuitive for me, and it's more fun for me. So yeah. That's pretty much it. I don't know, that's all I can really think of. Yeah, and all of this is like, has helped me kind of have like I don't want to say like a plan, because I'm really just like living life, but I know where my promised land is. Okay, I say promised land a lot on this channel. I made a channel message about like, you know, like for people that are manifesting a move, and I kind of just refer to the place that people are manifesting a move to as their promised land. So I have my promised land too, and like my mind is set on it, my heart is set on it. And sorry, I'm like focus. And then obviously, like, I'm doing this, like I love channeling, I love what I'm doing right now, and I would like to just continue to grow that. So it's like, I didn't know I was gonna end up back here. I'm gonna be honest with you. After I deleted my channel like before last year, I think, I was like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I don't think I'm gonna channel. I don't think, like, I'm not gonna do this. And at the end of last year, I made some vlogs, and I just made some videos of just like talking and stuff like that. And I even like specifically said, like, I don't think I want to take my channel in this direction. And then here we are, back in this direction. But it's something I believe in now. And I'm really like giving it, because like I like it, you know, like I'm an intuitive person, okay? Like I've always been, and I think I've just really changed my relationship with it, and I have a better relationship with myself. And you know, I still want to go to therapy and like, you know, go to certain places and do certain things to heal, you know, I think those things are beautiful, and I just want to check it out for myself. But I really am in a positive spot and have a positive relationship with myself and this skill set, because it's different. Like, it's weird to some people, it's scary to some people. Like, I feel like more people are opening to the kind of metaphysical world nowadays, but it's still something that, like, when people meet, I guess, like a person like me, for example, and I'm not even like, you know, there's people like Daryl Anka who I respect down, okay? Like, this isn't even like a knock to them. Are you kidding me? Obviously it's not. But there's people like Daryl Anka who channel like aliens, and like Lee Harris, like he channels the Z's, you know, and their channeling is so good. Check them out. Like, their work is phenomenal. So it's, but what I was gonna say is that, like, you know, I channel a bit differently than they do. But they're out there making a living from it, you know? And they're channeling aliens and things like that. So, like, why can't I, with my intuition, like, put myself out there? Like, what do I have to be ashamed of, you know? So that's where I'm at. That's really where I'm at with it. And like I said, like, I've been getting feedback that it's like really helping and like resonating, like the messages that I have, and I'm like, it's just beautiful. It's really beautiful. So the whole point of all of this is to, well, the point of this video, like, if you watched it, I'm gonna say thank you a million times over, because, you know, giving me your time and attention, I think, is just a beautiful thing, especially in long form, like in long form videos. So thank you if you watch this. But the point of this video is just to kind of give a little bit more insight about me. I don't really want to be closed off anymore. I really want to be more open and more connective with people. Just to give you a better idea of like who you're watching and what you're who you're connecting with, who you're giving your time and attention to. And the point of this video, what other point was I gonna bring up? The point of what I do? Yeah, I don't know. I guess we're just gonna focus on the point of this video, which is, hi, like, oh, I'm Mojo. You can call me Mojo. I'm Mojo. Yeah. Oh, and then, like, the point of this channel, outside of like just helping people with my intuitive guidance, is to make a community where things like this don't have to be weird. Like, it doesn't have to be mystical. It doesn't have to be, because like, this is something that's natural for me, you know? Like, I don't, it's just like how I breathe, you know? If arguably better, because I suck at breathing. I really do. It's bad. I am working on it. You see that? I hadn't even been breathing for real. just talking. But yeah, I want to kind of like make this like more normal, you know? Like, we all have intuition. It just shows up in different ways for us. And also to just curate a community where people can connect and talk about just anything. Because for me personally, like, literally anything. Because for me personally, like, I felt like I couldn't really talk about this part of myself normally, you know? I always had to have like a disclaimer, or I just wouldn't talk about it at all, because it's like, you know, weird, taboo, different, not real or whatever. And I don't like how that made me feel. And even just outside of this part of myself, I never really felt like I could, you know, be vulnerable. And I'm a Cancer moon, okay? A Cancer moon and a Cancer rising. So if you know, then you know. And I just really want to create a space for people to be able to talk to me, and also be able to talk to one another. And because I mean, that's what the world needs. The world needs community. And this is kind of my contribution to forming some kind of community. This is like the best way I know how to at the moment. And I think it's valid. Like, I think some of my best friendships and connections always come from the internet, honestly. And I plan on sticking around. And I like the energy that I've been putting into my videos. I like some of you guys have been commenting even more than once. So having that connection with you guys, I think, is beautiful. And I want to be able to connect more. And like I said, hopefully you guys can connect with each other and like support each other and see that there is good on this planet. You know, there is hope, and there are people that want to use their God-given skills, no matter how massive or like small. I don't believe in that. We all have purpose, but it doesn't matter the presentation. We all want to curate a better world. And you know, we want to love people for who they are, and we are willing to learn how to love people and accept people. So that's kind of what I'm all about. That's what I believe in. That's my goal for this channel. So yeah, so for those of you who subscribed, we're at the end of the video now. For those of you that subscribed, I really appreciate it. If you are a first-time viewer, how cool is that? If you're even still watching at this point, I really appreciate it. And if this sounds like something that resonates with you, of course I'm gonna encourage you to subscribe. And if not, like, that's fine too. Only do it if you're called to do it. And if there's any of my, like, just subscribe, like people who are already subscribed, if you're watching this, hopefully you got to learn a little bit more about me. Hopefully you like, I don't know, hopefully we can be cool and connect more, and just know that I appreciate every second of your attention on my videos. I appreciate the time that you take to comment either on my shorts or long form content. It's amazing. It's awesome. It makes me smile, and it makes me happy knowing that I can help, and that you guys trust my, you know, my brain and like my intuition and stuff. You know, it's beautiful, truly. So yeah, maybe I'll catch you. Maybe I'll make I plan on making more like videos outside of channeling and stuff, but it's undoubtedly going to be mostly channeling and stuff like that. But I don't think I talked too much about live streaming. I know I did it earlier, but yeah, I did say enough about that. So if that sounds interesting to you, join my lives, okay? Once YouTube lets me go live, I'm gonna do that for about a week and see if I can create like a schedule or something like that. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I just want to let myself do, you know, and then we can catch up on that. But definitely join them. It'll be so fun to talk actually live, you know. Come get some readings, you know, and come see what's up. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So thanks once again for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for 50 subs. I know I keep saying that. But yeah, maybe I'll be back at 100 or something like that. That's what I was gonna say. Maybe I'll be back at 100 or like 150 or 200 or something. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not gonna think too much about like the future. I'm just pretty much gonna, if I don't end the video now, I'm just gonna keep cycling through like, oh, I appreciate you, thank you for watching, all that stuff. So I'll just end it here. Thank you for your time, attention, your subscription. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video.